The final presentation in operations is presentation 4 on ethics, environmental issues and technology. So the learning intentions are understanding the use of ethical trading, becoming aware of environmental issues in operations, becoming aware of the role of fair trade and its costs and benefits, understanding what unethical operations are, and becoming aware of the role of technology in the operations department. So ethical and environmental operations first. All businesses nowadays have to consider environmental and ethical issues. The government has put in place strict policies and laws that dictate some of the ways businesses have to consider the environment, and they can do this in a number of ways. So first of all, they could minimise their carbon footprint. So by using alternative sources of renewable energy, using low emissions and more environmentally friendly transportation. They can deal with waste properly by storing, segregating and transporting it appropriately. They can be sustainable by ensuring raw materials are not depleted, for example by replanting, reusing, recycling, etc. They can try to, as we say, recycle as much as possible. They can use environmentally friendly packaging by making it reusable, recyclable or biodegradable. They can operate a fair trade policy, which will be coming up in the following slides, and they can practice high levels of animal welfare when testing raw materials and making products. The Ethical Trading Initiative is a leading alliance of companies, trade unions and non-government organisations that promotes respect for workers all over the world. And its vision is to see all workers free from exploitation and discrimination and to enjoy good working conditions. And we're going to speak a little bit more about that in a minute or two. But this next slide here has a video linked to ethical trading, which is worth a watch. What this task wants you to do is to research organisations such as Primark that are involved in the Ethical Trading Initiative and choose any two of the organisations that you can find on there and create a short report or presentation detailing ways in which they are actually involved. We're now going to take a wee look at fair trade, and fair trade is a global movement that works to ensure better prices, decent working conditions and improved terms for farmers and workers in developing countries. Products carrying the Fairtrade logo must meet economic, social and environmental standards set by Fairtrade International. So you can't use Fairtrade raw materials unless you are meeting the criteria as a company. So what are the costs and benefits of Fairtrade then? On the left we've got the benefits. So prices for farmers are protected. Workers' rights are protected, ensuring that they get good working conditions. Producers can invest in education and healthcare, etc. for their workers, and sustainable agricultural practices and protection of the environment are also promoted. However, fair trade doesn't change trade practices that work against farmers. This fair trade doesn't deal with them. They don't always help the poorest producers. Fair trade can lead to an increase in prices of certain items because obviously the farmers are having to be paid a better wage and they're being educated, etc. And some producers may find it difficult to raise fees to be certified. It costs money to become fair trade, which means that they may struggle with the cash to do that. The following three links on this next slide are video links to fair trade. So once again, have a watch of these. And we're now going to look at unethical trading. Unfortunately, some organisations are guilty when it comes to being ethical, and they can carry out unethical practices such as using landfill for dumping their waste rather than trying to recycle it, increasing packaging rather than minimising it, not ensuring that goods are produced in a safe way or the goods are safe. And these are all things that we have to take into account. I would like to move now to the final couple of slides on technology and operations and how can the operations department use technology. Remember, the way to answer this question is to use a piece of software or hardware and see how it's used in the operations department. So smartphones, laptops and tablets can be used to purchase supplies quickly. The internet can be used to research different supplier prices. Electronic point of sale can be used to automatically order inventory. Computerised devices can be used by warehouse staff to check and find inventory using RFID and GPS. Automated systems can track deliveries for both the business and customers' information using GPS again. Spreadsheets can be used to produce production budgets to decide how much at certain times of the year should be manufactured. CAD, computer-aided design, can be used to help to produce the perfect product. Computer-aided manufacture, such as robotics, can be used in production to produce a standardised product. QR codes can, and by scanning these, that will allow an organisation to track inventory levels. And on this last slide, we've got a video link on the impact of technology on organisations, 2 YouTube clips that you should actually watch. Thank you very much.